I'm sure most of you have seen the images of the lovely red Christmas truck that has the Christmas tree in the back of it, like this one here. Well, I'm going to see if I can make a 3D version of that today, but we're going to go monster truck style. So I've got this truck kit from eBay with these big chunky wheels. I've got a Christmas tree mould, I've got some red chalk paint, I've got a selection of other moulds, got a little stag head there. I thought I'd use this one for the keys, because that'd be like Santa's Christmas key. And I've got some bauble moulds. So let's get started on the truck first. I've got my instructions for the truck. So by the looks of it, I think this bit here goes in the back there, and I do need to be gluing all this together. So I think that bit goes in there, and then we've got that bit there for the roof, and that bit there for the bonnet of the truck. We've got a back piece there, and we've got a bit there for the front. So what I'll do is I'll glue all this together, and then I'll come back when it's all ready. That's the truck all put together now. It's got his little bumper thing going on the front there, little side steps. So that's that done, apart from the wheels. I think we'll do the wheels last. So pop that to one side. So next we want to make these embellishments to go on it. So I'm going to be using polyurethane resin for this. This is from DWR Plastics. It's white fast cast polyurethane resin mixed by weight. It's a 1-to-1. You do have to give these a good shake before you use them. So we're going to measure out some of this. Pop that on my scale, and I'm just going to start by adding 1 part first. So let's put some of that in there. Not sure how much I'm going to need. Let's do, say that's 52-ish. Of that one. Tear my scale, and then add 52 of the other part. So let's pop that in there as well. Nearly there. 50, what did I say? 52 or 54. Let's just put another drop of that one in there. So another little drop of that, and then get this mixed up. So you have to be really quick with your polyurethane resin. Only takes about 30 seconds to stir it in. So make sure you've got all your moulds ready beforehand. Otherwise you'll start feeling it go hot in the cup, and it can just completely cure in your cup. So let's just pop those scales out the way. Right, just give this a couple more seconds stirring, and I think then we'll be ready to pour. I think that will do. I can feel it warming up now. Let's start off with this key over here. Fill that one up. Just going to let that self-level itself for a minute. Let's do some of these bows. Place that in there. Once you've used polyurethane resin a few times, you do get used to it. The first time can be quite nerve-wracking, but once you realise how much time you've got, then it does get easier. You just need to make sure you've got everything ready before you start. Right, what other one do I want to do? I think I want to do this one over here. So fill that one up, and then we'll fill up these baubles. Actually, while it's still runny, let's do the little stag, because it will start getting thicker. So I think I want to get into those little antlers first while it's still quite a thin mixture, and then I can just finish off doing the rest of these. So the last 3 to do. That one, and that one. Still got a little bit left, so save wasting it. What should we do? Let's do this bit here. And then this one here. Might be able to use them somewhere on the truck. Get into all those little bits. I think that one needs a little bit more there. Top that one up. A little bit more there. Right, still got some left. Let's do another key. And still got some more. Let's do this key here. Probably won't use all of these, but I'll use them at some point. Let's just get that bit off there. A little bit more. Does that need topping up? No, that's okay. Let's top up some of these bows. A bit more in that one. A bit more in that one. A little bit more in that one. Right, what else have I got? Let's just do a couple of flowers. Pop that in there. And let's just finish that last little bit off in there. It's starting to really thicken up now. Right, that would do, I think. That's not filled it up properly, so not to worry about that one. Right, so we'll leave these cure now, and then I'll see you back for demold. These are all cured up now, so let's pop these all out and see how they're looking. Lovely. Let's get those bits out. This bit here, pretty. And let's get the bows out next. I have to be careful with those middle bits. So we'll get all those out. That's a pretty one. I like that one. And the rest of them. That's all of our bows. So that's those. And let's do these next. I have to be careful with these little bits. Oh, they're pretty. Beautiful. Let's get the rest out. They're only plain white, so not an awful lot to see just yet. Last few of those coming out. That's a pretty one. And that's the last one of that. Oh, I like that one. That's the last one of those. Right, so next let's do the keys. So this is the key that I actually want. This one. Beautiful. Love that. Let's get these other two out. I don't think I'll be using these two, but let's get them out anyway. A little bit of overpour there that will just easily snap off. That's that one. Need to be gentle with this one because it's got a little fine bit there. Oh, it's come out okay there. A little bit of overpour, but again that would just snap off quite easily. So that's that one. Nice. Right, oh, let's get the stag out. Get this fella out of here. He should come out easily enough. He's beautiful. I love him. Lovely. I think he'll go on the bonnet. Right, okay, so I have made some more of these because I want double of each for each side. That's all of the extra bows. So I've got 2 each of the bows and 2 each of the ornaments. So next, I've already done it to these, given them a file down. So I need to do that with these as well. So I'll give them all a file down. I'm just going to use a nail file and just smooth the backs over. So I'll do this to all of them and then I'll be back in a minute. All my pieces are filed down now, so time to start gluing them on. And I think these pieces, I think they'll make nice wheel arches. So maybe one there and one there. So I'm going to use the Green Stuff World instant glue to attach these. So where do I need to put my glue? Probably just around that top bit there. Going to give the wood a quick spray just with some activator spray and then place that into place. Hold that down. And then the same with the other side. Just pop some glue on there. Give that a quick squirt. And then put that one into place. Just hold it down for a minute. So that's its wheel arches done. Pretty. And I do want the key on this side as well, so I think maybe I'll put the key across there. So I need some glue on that bit there and down that edge there. Let's give that a quick squirt and then pop that into place. So that onto there. So I'll do the other side afterwards. Right, so for the front, let's do some headlights. What should we use for the headlights? Shall we have some baubles? That might be quite nice. How does that fit in there? Yeah, that's probably better, isn't it? Let's do that. So a bit of glue on there. Give that a squirt and then attach that one onto there. And then the same with the other side. Is that the same one? Yeah. So a bit of glue on there, freeze spray, and then stick that one down into place. So that's those done. Let's do these bits here. I think they might look nice on there. Maybe one there and one there. That way? No, I think on the top. So a bit of glue across there. Give that a spray and set that down. And then the same with this piece. Put some glue across there. And then give that a spray. And place that one there. So what else? I think I want my stag on there, but I don't want to stick him down. I think I'll stick him down after I've painted it, because I think I want to leave that white. What else can we put on with the stag? Should we put a couple more A couple more baubles maybe, like that. Let's have a look at these ones. No, I think those ones are quite nice. Let's put those there. Bit of glue. And then place that down. Pop that there. And then same with the other side. A bit of spray. And then see if I can get these in the same sort of angle. So about there. Right, so that will be the bonnet done. Let's pop him to one side for a minute. What else shall we put on the roof? I think we could do with something else on this side now as well. Oops, nearly knocked my glue over. And shall we do that there? Or shall we put a bow? Oh, let's put that. Does that fit? No, it doesn't fit. Does that bow fit? Yes, that fits. Let's put that bow. Yeah, let's put that bow there. So again, a bit more glue. A squirt. And then place that down onto there. Beautiful. Right, so I'll do the back with you and then I'll finish off the other side afterwards. So we need a couple of headlights at the back. Shall we have a couple of stars? What did we put on the front? I forgot. Oh, baubles. So what about 2 stars on the back? Yeah, I think they will look okay. So a bit of glue on there. Squirt. And then let's line this up with, oh blimey, what shall I line it up with? Line that up with the top, maybe. Put that there. And where's the other one? There. Bit of glue. That squirt. And then line that one up as well. Place that one there. Right, so what else? And we could do with something else on the roof, couldn't we? What else should we have? Should we have these 2 big bows on the roof? Yeah. Let's put those there. So a bit of glue. Give that a spray. Pop that one down there. Same with the other one. Bit of glue. Give that a spray. Let's see if I can line this one up the same. Pop that one there. Hold that down. Right, okay, so I think that's the majority of those bits done. So I'll just do the other side and then I'll be back in a minute. That's the truck all embellished now. Both sides are the same. And I've added a couple of little gem flower gems for the headlights as well, front and back. So that's that finished for the time being. So I think next we'll do the tree to go on the back. So I'll just mix up some Magic Pour and I'll be back. I've mixed up some of the Let's Resin Magic Pour and I'm going to add to that the Homeware Designs pigments in Emerald and Avocado Green. So I'm going to put a couple of drops of each, say 3 I think, 3 of that one and then 3 of that one in there. Oops. And then just give those a mix around. And then we're just going to, I think I might add a bit more actually. Let's put a bit more of that. Is that the darker one? Add a bit more of that into there. And then I'm just going to pour that straight into a mould. Mix that way too much. Just going to give that a little tap. Pop those bubbles. Right, so I'm going to put that to one side, and then while that's curing we can paint the truck. I'm going to be using this Rosso Red chalk paint to cover my truck, and I'm just going to cover over literally everywhere with this red paint. It's probably not as red as what I was hoping for, but hopefully it will still look okay. So I'm just going to paint all of this, and I'm sure you don't need to see me doing all of this, so I'll get this painted and then I'll see you back when it's ready. This is all painted now, and that's how it's looking. And I have put a couple of lollipop sticks down the bottom, glued those on so I can sit a couple of tea lights in there, and I've also put some acetate in the windows. But yeah, there's no footage of that because by the time I had to edit out all the swear words, there wasn't much left of that. As you can see, the windscreen's quite dirty because I did manage to glue my finger to the windscreen at one point. So that's where we are with that. So let's demold this tree now and see how this has turned out. Let's get this out of here. Might have to do this off camera, I think. I need my belly. So I'll get this demolded and then I'll be back. That's the tree out. That looks lovely. Pleased with that. And I've got these lights. They don't light up. They're just like pretend lights. So I'm going to glue these onto the tree. So just a little dab of glue on the top there. And then hold that into place, and then I'm just going to wrap the rest of them round the tree, and then I can just cut it off where I need to. Just wrap those around, some down the bottom, and then cut that off. Just cut that off there, and then glue that one down into place there. So I'm just going to pop a bit of glue about there, I think, and then hold that last one in place. That's the tree all finished, so that would go in the back of the truck, either at an angle like that, or it could always stand up like that. Right, so next I want to give this truck a bit more detail, and I'm going to be using the Pebeo gilding wax in silver, but I think before I do that, let's stick this little stag on. So he's going to go on the bonnet there, so a bit of glue going on the back there, and then place that down where we want him, about there I think. Hold him down. So that's him in place. Oopsie daisies, nearly knocked my tree over. Right, so next let's do the silver. So I'm just going to put some on my brush, get the majority of it off, and then we're just going to dry brush over some of this detail just to highlight that. Some down the edges there, down the back, and across the bonnet. I think I'll go over the stag. to him, and then down the front. So I'm just going to do this all over. So I'll quickly do that because you don't need to see me doing the same thing all over this truck. So I'll quickly do this and then I'll be back in a minute. So that's the truck all dusted over now with the gilding wax. So now it needs its wheels put on it. So let's flip it over, and these go through here, hopefully. Yep. And pull that through there, and then through the other side. And then these bits here act like little stoppers either side, there and there. So they go on there. Then I've got these ones with a blank on the end. And so we put the wheel through there. And then you hold that in place with that cap there. That's it. And then the same the other side. Same again, a little cap going on there. Push that in. So that's the front wheels done. So I'll just do the same with the back wheels. So that's all its wheels on now. Looks lovely, and that moves, which is awesome. So I'm just going to pop a couple of tea lights up inside to sit on that shelf in there. You won't be able to see that because I can't turn it sideways now. And then I'm just going to pop the tree on the back. And then that's my little monster truck finished. So thank you ever so much for watching my video today. And stay tuned for the pictures at the end. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.
With every subscriber, you light up my way. Merry Christmas to you, have a joyful day. From coasters to jewelry, each piece a delight. Crafting a way through the soft, snowy night. With every comment and thumbs up you spread,